Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. It's me Mustafa. Welcome to my YouTube channel Blend Art Studio. So today I'm going to make an artwork using the mediums which are going to reduce the thickness of the material. It means that I'm not going to use oil pastel, especially in this video. The main reason why I decided to make an artwork using this medium, because in my previous video I just given some information about the types of mediums and they are this. Okay, so before starting on the main artwork, I just want to give you somewhat basics in the form of a differentiation. It means I'm going to differentiate this both the mediums in a tabular form. Okay, so let's start the basics. So this is the table. On the left hand side we have the mediums which are going to reduce the thickness of the material, and on the RHS we have the mediums which are going to form a layer above the material. This medium is going to harm the surface of the material, and this medium is not going to harm the surface of the material. It means it's going to form the surface above it. Impasto technique isn't possible, but over here impasto technique is possible. If you don't know about impasto, just go and watch my previous video about in which I explained detailed about impasto, and link is in description. Blending of medium is much difficult directly on the surface of the material, and over here the blending is possible directly on the material by taking more than two mediums. These mediums are good for underpainting technique, and these mediums are good for impasto technique, shading, making realism art, trees, landscape, etc. Examples are watercolors, printer ink, tempera, all types of ink, etc. And over here oil paint, acrylic paint, oil pastel, soft pastel, etc. I request you guys to just pause the video and just go through this table once. I need your suggestions related this table in the comment box. So as how I said in the fourth point that these mediums are good for the underpainting, and this is the right time to show my all viewers one of my superb innovative technique of making vintage paper. It's a simple technique in which we are going to turn the color of paper from white to brown. For that you need to have 3 tablespoons of coffee that should be dissolved in 1 glass of water, and the water should be at room temperature. The mixture which we created, it should be applied on an white ordinary paper. At least 4 coats needed to be applied on the paper, and after each and every coat it should get a time of 9 hours to dry. So let's work on making vintage paper. Alright guys, so here we are. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this coffee water mixture on this white paper. How I'm going to spread is I'm going to spread it vertically, because when I'm start doing it vertically there will be less strain marks. If I start horizontally, then what happened is the somewhat strain marks will going to be permanent, and it is not easier to remove that all in the second and third coat. Okay, so make sure that start vertically spreading this coffee water. Alright guys, first coat is done successfully, and now in second coat what we are going to do is we are going to vanish all these stain marks by using this coffee water. Just nothing, just applying one more even coat on the paper. Okay, like this. Okay guys, so here we are. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just applying the same coat as what I did in first coat, that only I'm going to do in the second coat. Okay, apply water in the dot form. It means just tap the brush at the corner. Okay, to the third coat what I'm doing is I'm applying one more time coffee water, that same, to remove this all stains of coffee. Okay, actually this is only the case when this all happens. Make sure guys, one thing, you should need to hold the brush lighter as much as possible and then apply the coffee mixture. Okay, because what will going to happen is if you are applying it like a paint, then the whole paper have a chance to get damaged. we are just see, in the first and second coat what we had done is we have applied this water vertically, and at the final of this coat what I am going to do, I am going to apply the water, I'm going to spread the water in the horizontal form. Okay, as soon I made one of the clip in the fast forward, it will come soon. Okay, so now you can see how what I am doing, just applying the water. Actually it's a lot of fun, and this technique I love a lot. Okay, so this is the part of what I am talking about. See, as you can see, the whole paper is going to be converted in the one form. The advantage of making this paper is, first, it is going to give a good texture of ancient times. Second, it is going to remove all the dust particles which are present on the ordinary paper. So now I am going to work on the main art. So the artwork which I am going to make is one of the Islamic calligraphy jar design, as you have seen in the thumbnail, and the medium which I am going to use is this medium, which is going to reduce the thickness of the paper, and this medium name is printering, UV printering, and two ordinary brushes. Okay, this much, only this much stuff I am going to use. Okay, so I hope this much basics and this much talk is enough. So let's move on to the artwork. In the name of Allah, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. So this is the part. First of all, whenever you are working with this mediums, you need to sketch out your work basically. Okay, as you can see, I had made a very basic sketch, and nothing like that, making detail in contrast, shading, wants to make realism, show something extra. No, only one technique is matter, that applying the medium. Okay, but that medium also should have some quantity, because if you are taking it in little amount, then what is going to happen, it's going to give light color. If you are taking it in the in the form of one droplet, then it have a chance to form somewhat dark. Okay, so as you can see, this is just a basic design. This is not any letters, not anything, just basic designs. We usually call this one in Urdu as surai. Surai means a big form of jar. Okay, I don't know what it says in English. Just write in a comment box and say me what is known as. Okay, just I am covering the pencil marks, what I am doing with this ink. See, this is the text. Now what I am doing, I am just erasing the pencil lines. Okay, don't, one thing I want to say, don't apply eraser at the top wherever you have applied this medium, because definitely 101% I can say that it will going to damage. I don't know about the other mediums of this category like watercolors, tempera, what going to be happen, but especially in the case of ink, don't do that case. Okay, see, I am taking the amount of ink somewhat dark, somewhat in the, what I can say, in the large form. Okay, see, wherever the part I need to make detail, let's see, as how I am working on Allah and Muhammad, I want to show this part to be detailed. So what I am doing, I am giving it another coat. Okay, actually this is the fun of making this art. I hope you all will going to be enjoy, and hit a like, subscribe button. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah guys, work done, as you can see. Such a basic and simple method of making this work, not any extra techniques required. The things which is required, that just you need to have only one type of ink, somewhat ordinary brushes, and just you need to work according to the pattern. Okay, no any extra techniques required like impasto, lightening, darkening, saturation, this, that, etc. You can also try this work by using printer ink or not. If not, you have any type of ink, just make the artwork and send a DM on my Instagram account, Blend Art Studio. If you are going to send me, I am going to take that person name in my upcoming video. You can use marker like of this type of nib, and make borders, outlines of this whole work. Okay, and also you can make a signature over here. The reason why I'm not doing signatures is because I'm going to show one of the special technique of doing signatures with oil pastels, and at that time I'm going to show how to properly make a signature of your own. Okay, so here one of the main question arises, that what type of medium is the marker? Is marker is the medium which is going to reduce the thickness of the material, or it forms a layer above it? I want answer from you guys. Alhamdulillah guys, everything is done very well. At the time of editing, I was getting somewhat difficulty to edit this video, but successfully I did it. And thank you guys for watching this video, and share this video to your contact to be more connected with me and my channel Blend Art Studio. Till then, Allah Hafiz, bye bye, take care. Don't forget to answer my question.